Some mistakes don't resolve with time. They don't disappear after apologies, insight, or growth. They stay as unchangeable facts in your history, and that hurts. But living in regrets and false hope of a divinely orchestrated erasure of it hurts more. And that's what you need to get rid of to find peace. What this video will do for you is teach you how to live without being in a constant argument with what already exists. Peace begins when you stop asking the past to give you what it no longer can. And here is a step-by-step guide on how to find that. Number 1. Separate responsibility from self-destruction. Accountability is required, but self-punishment is optional. Name precisely what you did without exaggeration and without defense. Not "I ruined everything," but what exactly happened, who was affected, and how. This clarity matters because vague guilt expands endlessly, while specific responsibility has edges. Take responsibility once and fully. Repeated self-blame does not deepen accountability, it only delays resolution. Number 2. Accept the irreversibility. The mind keeps replaying mistakes because it believes repetition might produce a different outcome. It won't. So say this plainly: this cannot be undone. Not as a sign of resignation, but as grounding. Acceptance here is not approval, it is the refusal to keep negotiating with reality. And until irreversibility is accepted, no peace is possible. Up next, you need to grieve what was lost. Every irreversible mistake carries a loss: trust, time, innocence, opportunity, identity, and many others. A lot of people skip grief and move straight to lessons, but ungrieved loss turns into bitterness or shame. So let the loss be real. Feel sadness without turning it into a moral verdict about yourself. Grief is not weakness, it is how the psyche closes a chapter without denial. Number 4. Make repair where repair is still possible. You cannot undo the past, but you can still account for its impact. Repair may mean apologizing without expectation, repaying what can be repaid, changing behavior consistently, or accepting distance where reconciliation isn't owed to you. The goal is not to be forgiven. The goal is to no longer be in debt to your own conscience. Number 5. Release the fantasy of who you should have been. Much suffering comes not from the mistake itself, but from mourning an imagined version of yourself who would have known better. That person never existed. Let it go. You acted with the awareness, maturity, and the resources you had at the time. No more, no less. Let go of measuring today's self against yesterday's ignorance. Growth makes the past look foolish, but that is the evidence of change, not proof of failure. 6. Extract meaning without self-hatred. Ask only useful questions. What patterns led here? What boundary was missing? What belief needs revision? Do not ask questions whose only function is to hurt you. Insight is meant to inform future behavior, not sentence you to lifelong shame. 7. Choose a forward-facing identity. You are not required to remain the person who made the mistake. Define who you are now through consistent, observable choices. Identity stabilizes when behavior changes over time, not when you endlessly revisit the past. Peace comes when your present actions contradict your old story so clearly that the mind no longer needs to replay it. And lastly, let the past become the background, not a judge. The mistake may always be part of your history, but it does not have to be the lens through which you interpret everything else. When memories surface, acknowledge them without arguing. No justification, no punishment, just recognition. The past loses power when it is seen and accepted, but no longer obeyed. In conclusion, making peace with irreversible mistakes is not about forgetting, excusing, or redeeming the past. It is about ending the internal war with something that cannot change and redirecting that energy into how you live now. You are allowed to move forward because staying stuck changes nothing, absolutely nothing. And until next time, bye.